Hi, Karabo.
Hi, Pearl.
You may begin.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
All right, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is well and ready to start today's lesson. You are tuned into the STEM Lockdown Digital School. This is Natural Science, Grade 6. I go by the name of Karabo Khashani on Instagram, KB_Khashani, and on Facebook, Karabo Fiona Khashani. All right, it's always so interesting to see some of your chats asking about homework and all of that. That's very cool, guys. All right, let's get into it. All right, so first things first, yes, you had some homework. All right. We're just going to do a quick recap regarding yesterday's lesson, especially for those who were not able to tune in, just to kind of remind you, for those who were in the lesson, as to what it is that we did. And then for those who were not there, just to give you an overview as to what it is that we did yesterday. All right, so firstly, we were talking about watts, and watts are how we measure appliances and how much energy appliances use up. All right, and the examples that I gave you was an alarm clock, a tumble dryer, and a microwave. And we were to calculate how many kilowatts these appliances use up throughout the year. All right, so with our clock, all right, we need to take the watts. Now, the watts are always written at the back of your appliances. So if any of you actually did your homework yesterday, which we will get into that just shortly, but at the back of appliances, there's always a sticker. And on that sticker, it basically specifies the volts, the watts, and any other information related to that appliance. Please just keep your chat related to the subject, guys, so that I don't miss any questions. So avoid asking questions that are not related to the lesson, please. All right. All right, so with the alarm clock, 10 watts times 24 hours, because it is on the whole day, the time shows the entire day, we times it by 24 hours, and we get 240 watts per day. So 10 times 24 will give you 240. Now, to calculate how many hours we utilize the clock for throughout the entire year, we need to times it by 365 days. All right, so when we times that, we get 8,700 and 87,600. Sorry about that. And we divide that by 1,000 to get your answer in kilowatts. All right, so we always, if you want to find out the appliance that is used in kilowatts, we need to divide it by 1,000. All right. Now with the tumble dryer, I said you should utilize the 3,000 watts. So 3,000 watts, and we use it for 2 hours a day. 3,000 times 2 would give you 6,000 watts per day. All right. Now to find out how many times we use it throughout the year, we times it by 365 days, which we get 2,190,000 divided by 1,000 to give us 2,190 kilowatts that we use the entire year. Same thing with our microwave. We're going to use 900 watts for 6 hours. We use 5,400 a day, and we times it by 365 days to find out how much we utilize throughout the year. And we get 1,971,000. We divide it by 1,000 to get how much we're using throughout the year in kilowatts, right? And we get, sorry, there we go, 1,971. Right, so that was just basically calculations as to how we calculate kilowatts, just to find out how much of this energy we're actually utilizing in our homes. All right, so these were my examples that I had given you yesterday. My kettle uses 2,000 watts. All right, these are just stickers at the back of my appliances. This is my toaster. All right, it uses between 770 to 920 watts. And lastly, my iron uses 1,200 watts. Now, yesterday I asked you to just find appliances in your home and tell me how many watts do they utilize, and basically, if you wanted to just move on with the calculation, how many kilowatts does it use in a year? Please just let me know, type your answers in your chat box. What appliance did you use? What are the kilowatts? What are the watts? And what did you notice about your activity, your homework from yesterday? So in your chats, remember, if you do want to send me your work, you're more than welcome to do so through email. All right. So please tell me in your chat. All right. So we got a student here who said a light uses 60 watts. All right. That is interesting. Thank you very much. What about the rest of you? How many watts do your appliances use? All right. Abu says the kettle, 220 watts, and the fan was 45 watts. All right. That is interesting. Keep those answers coming in. All right, Mukona, Sunbeam. Well, that is the brand. Just what exactly? 2,000 watts. Telia, an electric kettle, 2,000 to 2,400 watts. Wow. Microwave, that's Tristan, 1,300 watts. We got Mahlodi, who says a Russell Hobbs microwave, 876,000 kilowatts a year. Okay. Did you divide that by 1,000, Mahlodi? All right, Bunte, 2,000 watts for a kettle. Zamili, 1,200. All right, cool, guys. TV from Newa, 1,004 watts. Laptop charger from Sitlebile, 65 watts. Matlodi said, all right, I forgot. All right, cool, Matlodi. So just remember to divide it by 1,000 to get it in kilowatts. All right, awesome. Well done, guys. All right, Kaylee, do you want to share something with us?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the lamp is 96,000.
All right, Kaylee, listen up. I think you're going to need to, I don't know if you've got YouTube turned on or something at the back, but it's echoing. So just say that again, please.
Ma'am, I have
Much better.
96,364 a lamp and a kettle, and the kettle is 19,220 and 272,000.
All right, did you divide that by 1,000 to get kilowatts?
Yes, ma'am. I
All
done
right.
all of them. And then, ma'am, 56,940 for a laptop charger.
All right.
And a printer is 6,208 kilowatts.
Mm-hmm.
And a TV set is 17,052 kilowatts.
All right. Thank you, Katie. So just from all of those appliances, which of your appliances actually take up the most energy?
Ma'am, the TV set.
All right, cool. Thank you, Kaylee. All right, let's go on to, I think it's Kyra. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, let's pronounce it right. Ma'am, for the printer, ma'am, it is 2,628,000 watts. And then for the fan, it is 5,609,400 watts, and for the slow cooker, it's 2,452,800.
All right, did you divide the slow cooker by 1,000?
Ma'am, I did.
To get it, to get it in kilowatts. All right, so remember to just divide it by 1,000. All right. All right, awesome, guys. And just checking your chats, we've got Matlodu is saying a Philips blender, 2,800 kilowatt. All right, thank you so much for those answers, guys. Now, I want you to furthermore tell me, out of all the appliances in your home, which one consumes the most energy? Which appliance consumes the most energy? Which appliance consumes the most energy? All right, Tristan says a TV set. All right, wow, most of you are actually saying TV set. Interesting. Microwave, TV set, stove. All right, awesome, guys. So mostly it is a TV set. All right, Pratish, did I pronounce that correctly? Yes, Pratish.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not gonna say TV.
A TV, awesome. Thank you so much. Abu, yes.
Ma'am,
TV set too.
it's a
Abu,
TV set too, mas.
TV set. All right, so clearly a TV set is using up much more electricity. All right, Lante says a refrigerator. Jackie says probably our dishwasher because we use it so much. All right, so what is interesting, so when I go visit my mother, every time if it's at night and we've got all the lights on, and every time we switch on the kettles, the lights actually dim. So in my mother's home, strange enough, the kettle uses the most electricity, right? Because as soon as you switch on the kettle, then the lights dim. Have any of you actually noticed that maybe in your homes, that maybe if you switch on the microwave or the dishwasher or anything like that, you find that maybe the lights dim. All right, so right, that just goes to show how different appliances use up different energy. Thank you so much, guys, for participating and actually doing that lesson. It was very, very fun. All righty, let's move on. All right, so basically now with saving electricity, now obviously there are several ways that we can save electricity. Now, the fact that most of you said that your TV set in your home consumes so much electricity, how can you just avoid that and save electricity in terms of your TV? Could we watch less TV? How can we avoid that? How can we save electricity? Right, I'm going to choose someone who hasn't spoken to me today at all. All right, let's see. Tristan says stop watching TV and watch it on your devices. All right. Won't watch less TV. I've got, all right. Who away, don't use electricity, use it less. All right, cool. So we all have these different answers, and possibly we could basically just use TV for just a certain amount of time. All right, maybe switch it on only for the news or to watch something important. It's not necessary to just keep the TV running throughout the entire day if nobody's watching it. All right, so maybe we could watch someone is saying watch Netflix on your phone. All right, that's an idea. All right, and of course, just like Mabajwa said, I think it is, when you're done watching it, switch it off. All right, so of course, when no one is watching the TV, just switch the TV off to save energy. All right, and the second question says, how can we help our parents to avoid spending so much on electricity? We mentioned that already, all right? Switch off the TV when you're not using it. Don't plug in unnecessary things, just to avoid our parents having to buy so much electricity and spending so much. All right, so we already mentioned that some electrical appliances use more electricity to run than others. So clearly a TV set pulls more energy than a cell phone charger. All right, so that's why we need to be very careful in terms of what we are plugging in. I mean, you can imagine watching TV, the TV set is plugged in, the dishwasher is plugged in, the fridge is plugged in, the heater is plugged in. That's a whole lot of energy. So it's best to use one appliance at a time. All right, so if you're going to watch TV and wash the dishes, rather plug in your dishwasher, and then once that is done, plug in the TV. Right, so let's avoid using so many appliances at the same time. All right, and of course, when you're done using the appliances, remember to remove it from the wall sockets. All right. A lot of you are also saying that turn off the plugs that you're not using, and of course switch off the lights if it's not needed. All right, so if you're not using something, it needs to be switched off, and that's going to make a big difference. All right, now appliances that heat use the most energy. So anything that heats up uses the most energy, which makes sense. The kettle, a geyser, or a heater. Now, this is just a recap question. How do we know which electrical appliance uses more electricity? How do you know that your TV set is using the most electricity, or your kettle, or your microwave, or your dishwasher? How do you know that it is using the most electricity? All right, and we've got Ninja DME saying, read the sticker. Very good. All right, the sticker at the back usually has telling you how many watts it contains. All right, JD, look at the back. Kamu, we check the kilowatts. All right, 100%, guys. We can check the back of the appliance with the small sticker to see which appliance has the most watts. All right, and then we'd know that the higher the watts, the more energy it is going to consume. All right, excellent stuff, guys. You did so well. Super, super proud of you. All right, let's get into today's lesson. All right, we're going to discuss illegal connections. Just having a look at that picture. What is going on? Have a look at it. Tell me what is happening over there. In your chats, just tell me what is happening in that picture. Luandle, yes.
Ma'am, the cables are mixed up.
Okay, who mixed them up?
I don't know.
All right, cool. All right, definitely the cables are mixed up. And a lot of you are saying that it's a mess, it is tangled, it has been fiddled with, the wires are touching each other. All right, wires are broken, there's too many wires, the wires are mixed up. All right, there's just clearly something happening there. There's just too many wires, everything is tangled up, and that does not seem safe at all. All right. All right, so our lesson objectives, we're going to learn about why are illegal electrical connections so dangerous. All right, that is today's objective, is we're going to find out exactly why are these illegal connections so dangerous. And you can actually answer that. Why is it that they are dangerous? Tristan.
They're dangerous because like all those wires can start a fire because they're all tangled up. So most wires are not supposed to be tangled up. Like,
correct.
they're supposed to be on their own.
Right, 100%. All right. So those wires can actually start something extremely dangerous. Emily.
They're dangerous because they can shock you.
All right, because they can shock you 100%. Just gonna take the last hand. JD.
Ma'am, someone can get an overload of electricity and then and you can turn on fire.
Right, very, very good. All right, so clearly a fire can happen. You know, you might find that, especially because like there's a little blanket over there, maybe that blanket might fly over the wire and cause a really massive fire. All right, so it's very, very dangerous to have such things. All right, now illegal connections. Now we discussed a world without electricity, and we will realize how dependent we are on this resource. So we know that without electricity, it's really going to be extremely hard because we rely on electricity so much. Now, it is illegal for anyone to use electricity that was generated by Eskom without their permission. So most of the time, illegal connections happen because people don't want to pay, all right, or they don't have money to pay, and rather they will try and generate electricity without Eskom knowing. Now that is extremely illegal, all right. Some people make illegal connections because they don't want to pay for the electricity. They cut through the insulation in a power line and attach other cables to this line. So already we just calculated watts, and we are aware that it is expensive to run appliances in our home. There are appliances that use up a lot of energy. Now, there are people that don't want to pay for this because it is so expensive. So because they avoid that, they would rather just cut through the insulation, through the power lines, and attach their own cables, just so that they can make use of the electricity. All right, remember that not everybody's working. You know, it's very hard to maintain a life, especially, you know, with the cost of living being so high. So definitely we need to not, you know, encourage people to connect illegally, because it is extremely dangerous, not only for them, but for the people around the community. Okay, so if you do happen to see illegal connections, you're going to have to really stay away from them. All right. They can then direct some electricity to their homes or workplace. So as soon as people connect their own cables to the main power line, then they can receive electricity in their homes or in their workplaces. All right. Matlodi, would you like to share something with us?
No, ma'am,
Yeah.
I forgot to put down my hand.
All right, cool. In Dimbas.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask if, like, I wanted to say that in our core readers we read, it was either last year or this year, or inside our textbooks we read about a child that sadly passed away because he stepped on a power line or something like that.
Yeah, oh dear. All right. Very, very terrible. Right now, that's basically one of the most dangerous and the most hurtful experiences, is if there's an illegal connection, young lives are lost and people are hurt because people are trying to avoid from paying electricity. All right, Abu. No. All right, can't get to Abu. All right, let's move on. All right. Now, these connections are dangerous to people as they are often unsafe. Just like the previous picture we saw, it is extremely unsafe. Those wires are tangled up, all right? And just like Ndimbas gave us an example, all right, someone sadly lost their life because of a wire, all right? All right, now let's discuss electricity and safety. Now, accidents are caused by electrical problems that happen all the time. All right. So now, should there be some sort of an electric shock and you're trying to connect electricity to avoid paying ESCOM, then accidents will happen. Now, if you look at that picture at the bottom left, we've got a young man over there who seems to, his clothes are ripped off, obviously because he had got shocked, maybe because he was trying to get some electrical and illegal connections happening. In fact, there was a video that was trending several weeks ago of him who was actually shocked by electricity. People often get hurt or even killed by electricity because they do not use it safely. All right, the picture on the bottom right, we've got two people there. They don't even have rubber gloves on their hand, cutting things off, obviously maybe trying to connect their own cables to supply their homes or their businesses with electricity. All right, so very, very important to stay safe and avoid seeing such things. All right, Tristan, I see you got your hand up. Having to unmute you. All right, we'll try again later. Just keep your hand up if you've got something to say. All right, we will definitely try again to unmute you again. All right, Kaylee, you have something to say?
I don't have anything to say.
No? All right, cool. Thank you.
But what if they want to, like, what if they buy a generator?
Yeah, sorry.
Ma'am, what if they want to buy a
Okay, I need
generator?
to mute this.
Ma'am,
All right, sorry about that, guys. I must have been kicked out for some reason, but I think we're back. All right, Pearl, can you just help me mute everybody, please? I'm doing it from my side, but it doesn't seem like I'm winning.
Please say that
All
again.
right, got it. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, cool.
All right, so before we got interrupted, but it's sorted, don't worry, thank you. All right, just to carry on. Now, not only is it important to know how to use electricity safely, but also what to do if someone is hurt or shocked by electricity. Right, so we need to know, what do we need to do if someone is shocked by electricity? All right. All right, I want us to look at the following pictures. We'll start with the one on the top left. All right, specifically this one with the cable. Who can tell me what is wrong with that picture? Specifically the one on the top left. In your chats, what is wrong with that picture? All right, Tristan says the wire is damaged. Very good. All right. In your chats, just tell me what is wrong with that picture on the top left. All right, the wire is cut out. Very, very good. All right, what about the one next to it? The one that I'm circling right now. What is wrong with that one? All right, Noah says it has a lot of plugs which are plugged in. Very good. All right, Jackie De Silva, just regarding the previous picture, the wire is exposed. Too many plugs. Yes, so there's way too many plugs that are plugged onto that main socket. Right, what about the next picture? The little girl seems to be sticking her hand or something inside the toaster. What is wrong with that? I mean, what is wrong with sticking something inside the toaster? Is anything wrong with that? What is wrong with sticking something inside the toaster? All right, I see Tando saying it's a circuit overload. Very good. Jackie De Silva, she can get electrocuted. All right. Abu, she can hurt her hand. You could get shocked. All right, very, very good. What about the last picture? What is wrong with that picture and what is happening there? What is happening in the last picture? All right, Ndovu, do you mind telling us what is happening in the last picture?
The boy is getting electrocuted.
All right, and what else?
And his friend is trying to reach to help him.
All right, thank you very much. All right, what about you, Abriel?
Yeah, he's getting shocked by the electric fence.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Thank you very much. Luande, what is happening in the last picture? What should we avoid doing?
Ma'am, the boy is getting shocked and his friend is trying to help him and he doesn't know that if he touches him, he'll get shocked too.
Oh, beautiful, Luande. Beautiful answer. Thank you so much. Right, so now in this instance, I'm going to unmute you. You need to tell me, what can the boy do then? Helping your friend, what are you going to do?
Ma'am, he can go call a parent or an elderly, ma'am.
All right, call a parent or an elderly. All right, and then what's next, JD?
Ma'am, you can take rubber gloves or something just to stop the electrocuted and
All right, sorry, I don't know what happened. That's a good point. All right, maybe get some rubber gloves just to stop that energy flow. All right, Sikebile.
Ma'am, you can tell him to let go of the electrical fence.
Okay, possibly. All right, I'm gonna take. Let's have
And the
Zamili.
test, and then it does say,
Ma'am,
so this
the boy
specific
is
bar
going to
was
tell
deployed
the
there, and then
parents,
that was the
and
check-in that
the
was
parents
done.
will
So it's failing
find
because we haven't
crying
set up this
the
deployment. So, but
ambulance.
it's ready once.
Okay,
100,
I'm hearing your
okay.
dad more than I can hear you, Zamili. So maybe just type that in your chat box, please. Tristan, what can we do?
You can switch off the main switch.
Okay, that could be an option. Thank you very much. All right, so now with all of these problems that we see on these pictures, all right, how can they be avoided, especially the one with the plug overload? How can we avoid that? How can we avoid a plug overload? In the chat, Tembaga said you can remove him with wood. All right. Kanya, you can remove him with a broom. All right. Wood would be a very good idea. All right, now just looking at that overloaded plug, all right, how can we avoid that? All right, in your chats, let's see what we got. You remove some plugs. All right, we could remove some plugs. Anybody else? Take every plug off. That could be an idea. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Right, let's move on. All right, now this is found on the ESCOM website. Now, they say that an electricity connection is considered illegal when it is made to the ESCOM network without ESCOM's permission. All right, so an illegal connection, if we're connecting from ESCOM illegally without letting them know, that is considered to be illegal. All right. Now, doing this poses great risk as it overloads the system, which often causes the power connection to trip or fail, meaning no one in the area could have electricity. It could also cause a fire. Right. Now, all this information that you see here is what is found on the ESCOM website, which I will give you the link at the end of the lesson. Another problem with illegal connections is that when ESCOM does electricity connections in your community, they look at how much electricity is needed by the number of homes and a certain number of people per home in the area. So ESCOM officials would come, they would check how many people live in the specific area, and they would be able to determine how many cables and the type of connection that they would need in that specific area. So now when you connect illegally, you're drawing from the same equipment, which was meant for a certain number of people or a certain number of households, resulting in the equipment being overloaded and the system failing or tripping. All right, so just to make you understand that a lot quicker, is basically if, for example, your sister gives you a bar of chocolate with only 3 pieces, your sister says this is yours, and then your baby brother comes and takes a piece without your acknowledgement and without you giving permission. That's what we would consider ESCOM saying that it is illegal, right? Because you're taking away from somebody else. All right. Illegal connections are not safe as they are usually done by unqualified people who do not only risk electrocuting themselves, but also expose other people to danger and the risk of injury and even death. All right, especially if they make contact with the connection. All right, so very, very important to ensure that you are safe and no one is touching cables or trying to connect cables illegally. Right, and lastly, not only is this dangerous for the individual making the connection, but it also puts the rest of the community at risk because these connections lie across pathways and walkways where anyone passing can easily be electrocuted. An additional risk is that illegally connected wires can also make contact with other items such as roofs, gutters, and washing lines, making these items live and able to conduct electricity. just going backwards, you know, Ndimbas gave us the example of the little child who stepped on the wire. That's a cause of an illegal connection. All right, very, very unsafe for the entire community. Okay, so those are just several pictures found on their website, all right, of illegal connections. All right. All right, now let's discuss some safety tips. All right, so we need to avoid connecting electricity illegally. Only authorized ESCOM personnel or qualified electricians may connect electricity and with permission from ESCOM. So you cannot call Johnny down the road to help provide electricity for you. We need to get ESCOM to do it for us. All right. Now, if you come across any illegal connections, you need to report this to ESCOM on the following line, or you SMS ESCOM to the following crime line, all right? They will obviously sort out the problem because illegal connections are extremely bad for the community and the people around, all right? All right, now with exposed cables, it is unsafe to place or run an electrical cable and extension cords on the floor or underneath the carpets. All right, so now you can imagine having an extension cord underneath the carpet. That is very, very unsafe. Electrical cables are supposed to be out of reach of people or animals, as constant contact with them will make a fire threat and cause harm to people, and obviously to people who might trip over them. All right, if you have cables running on the ground, get your local qualified electrician who uses the correct tools to make sure all your electricity cords are secure and safe. All right, so if you've got your charger and your laptop and all these cables running on the floor, try avoid that in case someone trips over them, right, which is really not safe at all. All right. Running cables underneath carpets is also very, very dangerous, as you actually cannot even see if the cable is damaged. All right. Now, obviously, if the cord is damaged, it could create a fire, as carpets are made of materials which could easily catch a fire. So if there are any cables that you have underneath your carpets, remove them. They should not be underneath the carpets, because if they are damaged, you will not be able to see. All right. And it could cause a fire. All right, just a takeaway message, right? Get a qualified electrician to install a plug point closer to the appliance so that there isn't a need for an extension cord. Now, for example, if you've got, trying to give an example. So if maybe your TV set is put far away from the main plug, maybe you should consider moving your TV set closer to the main plug so that you can avoid any cables from lying around on the floor, right? If you're charging your phone, rather go put your phone closer to the socket, unlike having the wire along your thighs or along where you're sitting or something like that, all right? If you need an extension cord, before the electrician comes to install a plug point, don't run it underneath the carpets. Rather run the cabling over the carpet so that you can see the cable, all right? Or preferably over a long wall, and secure it with tape to prevent it from tripping. You might find that along your house, there's actually cables that are on the wall. That is a lot safer than having cables on the floor. All right, so if something is on the wall, it is a whole lot better. All right, definitely not on the floor. All right, and obviously keep cords away from hot stoves and other hot surfaces. So be extremely careful, especially now we're getting into winter, our heaters are on. So put your charging cord, laptop cords away from the heater, anything related to heat. All right, let's avoid that to just stay safe. All right. All right, now here are some helpful links. You can read about electrical appliances on that following link. And just the previous slide about ESCOM, you can read about illegal connections on their website, and all the information that you need regarding illegal connections. All right. All right, so next lesson we are going to be discussing renewable ways to generate electricity. And that's going to be on Monday, I think, right? Because tomorrow is a public holiday. So the next lesson will definitely be on Monday. So lucky for you, you don't have any homework today, guys, right? We are going to continue with renewable ways to generate electricity on Monday. All right. Please do remember to follow us on the following social media links and contact me on my email address should you need any more information or want to turn in your work or anything that you may have for me. Thank you so much for being an awesome class today. Enjoy your holiday tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Stay indoors. And I will see you again on Monday. All right, and goodbye, everybody.